Tarzan versus Tiger King, clash of the wilds and the struggle for power. The dense jungle pulsated with life. Birds of vibrant plumage screeched and darted through the emerald canopy, while howler monkeys orchestrated a cacophony from the treetops. In this untamed world, Tarzan reigned supreme, a child of the wild, raised among the apes, embodying raw strength and primal wisdom. His home was a place of harmony, a balance of predator and prey, where survival depended on respect for the laws of nature. Far from Tarzan's domain, a new force of nature was making waves. Joseph "Joe" King, known to the media as the infamous Tiger King, had carved a throne for himself out of spectacle and controversy. A self-styled ruler of exotic beasts, Joe's empire was a sprawling compound brimming with caged tigers, lions, and other magnificent creatures. But his kingdom was built on shaky foundations. Whispers of mistreatment and illegal dealings cast a shadow over his flamboyant persona. Their worlds collided when Joe King decided to expand his empire. His sights were set on acquiring a rare and elusive species of tiger rumored to roam freely in Tarzan's jungle. The tiger, with its unique silver and black stripes, was a legend among local tribes. Capturing such a beast would cement Joe's legacy as the ultimate wildlife kingpin. Unbeknownst to Joe, the jungle had its own guardian. The arrival. Joe King's entourage arrived at the jungle's edge with fanfare that jarred against the natural symphony of the wild. Helicopters thumped overhead, and armed handlers disembarked with crates, traps, and tranquilizer guns. Joe, clad in his signature sequin jacket and cowboy hat, surveyed the terrain with a mixture of arrogance and determination. "This is it," Joe declared, pointing toward the heart of the jungle. "Find me that tiger. Nothing's gonna stop us." But the jungle had other plans. Watching from the shadows, Tarzan's sharp eyes took in the intruders. Their loud machines, their scent of metal and fuel, everything about them was alien and invasive. His instincts bristled. The jungle was his family, and he would not allow it to be desecrated. The hunt. Joe's team ventured deeper into the jungle, their equipment slicing through vines and underbrush. The tranquil jungle creatures fled before the commotion, leaving an eerie stillness in their wake. Tarzan followed silently, his movements fluid and soundless. From treetops to shadowed undergrowth, he tracked them with ease. He studied their leader, the gaudy man with loud words and commanding gestures. Joe's every step radiated entitlement, as if the jungle was his to conquer. The tiger they sought was elusive, a phantom that moved like smoke through the dense foliage. Tarzan had seen it only twice in his life, its shimmering coat a blur among the trees. To Tarzan, the tiger was a symbol of the jungle's spirit, wild, untamed, and free. The thought of it trapped behind iron bars ignited a fire within him. The first encounter. Night fell, draping the jungle in darkness punctuated by the glow of moonlight. Joe's team set up camp, their generators humming as floodlights illuminated the clearing. They didn't notice the pair of eyes watching from the shadows. Tarzan waited until the camp was quiet. He moved like a whisper, disabling traps and scattering supplies. When dawn broke, Joe's team awoke to chaos. Traps broken, tranquilizer darts missing, and footprints leading away from the camp. Joe was furious. What in the world happened here? Are we hunting a tiger or a ghost? "It's no ghost," one of his handlers muttered. "Something, or someone, is out there." The chase, the cat and mouse game intensified. Tarzan used the jungle to his advantage, setting up diversions and leading Joe's team in circles. Joe grew more frustrated with each passing day, his bravado giving way to paranoia. "This jungle's got a guardian angel," Joe growled, his grip tightening on his rifle. "But I'll show him who the real king is." Their paths finally crossed when Tarzan stepped into their clearing, his form a silhouette against the rising sun. Barefoot and bare-chested, his muscles rippled like coiled vines, and his piercing eyes locked onto Joe. "You do not belong here," Tarzan said, his voice calm but firm. Leave and take your machines with you. Joe laughed, though it lacked conviction. And who's gonna make me? You? Look, buddy, I don't care if you're the king of the apes or whatever. That tiger is mine. Tarzan didn't reply. He gave a sharp, echoing cry, a call that sent shivers down the spines of Joe's men. From the treetops, apes emerged, their eyes gleaming with intelligence and purpose. Joe's team raised their weapons, but Tarzan raised a hand, and the apes stayed their ground. "This is your warning," Tarzan said. "Leave now, or face the jungle's wrath." The showdown. Joe, fueled by ego and desperation, refused to back down. He ordered his men to move forward, weapons at the ready. The jungle erupted into chaos. Tarzan moved like lightning, swinging from vines and disarming men with swift precision. The apes joined the fray, their strength and agility overwhelming Joe's handlers. Joe himself found a tiger, not the silver-striped legend, but a young and fierce predator. It lunged at him, and he barely managed to fend it off with his rifle. But the tiger's attack wasn't meant to kill. It was meant to distract. Behind him, Tarzan appeared, his expression fierce and unyielding. "This ends now," Tarzan growled. Joe swung his rifle, but Tarzan caught it mid-swing and snapped it in two. The jungle seemed to hold its breath as the two men faced off. Joe, stripped of his bravado, tried to bargain. "Look, we can work something out. You could make millions working with me. People love this stuff. Tigers, apes, all of it." Tarzan's gaze hardened. "The jungle is not yours to sell." With a single cry, Tarzan summoned his animal allies. Joe's team fled in terror, abandoning their equipment as the jungle came alive around them. Joe, defeated and humiliated, was escorted to the edge of the jungle by Tarzan himself. The aftermath. Joe King returned to his compound, his dreams of domination shattered. His encounter with Tarzan became the stuff of legend, though he twisted the tale to paint himself as the victim of a savage. In the jungle, peace returned. The silver-striped tiger emerged from the shadows, its majestic form a testament to nature's resilience. Tarzan watched it vanish into the trees, a faint smile on his lips. The jungle had won, as it always would. Tarzan's world remained untamed, a sanctuary where the wild could thrive free from human greed. And so, the jungle's guardian returned to his treetop home, the echoes of his victory blending seamlessly with the eternal song of the wild. The story of Tarzan versus Tiger King highlights the importance of respecting nature and understanding the boundaries between humanity and the wild. Joe King's relentless pursuit of the silver-striped tiger represents the dangers of greed and exploitation, showing how arrogance and a lack of reverence for the natural world can lead to downfall. On the other hand, Tarzan embodies the principle of coexistence, acting as a steward of the jungle who understands that true strength lies in protecting rather than conquering. This contrast serves as a powerful reminder that nature is not a resource to be exploited but a delicate system that requires care and respect.